Good evening, superstars. Hello, hello, and a happy new year 2023. I believe all of us are excited this evening and ready to take on the new year. And wherever you are, you're most welcome to our Zoom meeting tonight. We are going to have a very, very exciting session because it is quite important, even as people make their resolutions for the year, your business must come first, and that is very, very important. So, superstars, we are glad to have you in 2023, and I believe this is going to be the year to accelerate our businesses. Hello? Can someone say amen? This is our year to accelerate our businesses. And acceleration means moving very fast, making those steps and going up, because we are very optimistic. And actually the way 2023 has started, it's like we are just starting on a very high note. So I want to welcome everyone. I can see people are typing amen and amen. Yes, our God is very faithful, and I'm very sure this year is going to give us the desires of our hearts. But of course, remember, we are told God blesses the work of our hands, not our hands. So we really have to go out and work, do the needful. And the best way is to start very early. And so I am super excited that tonight we have come so that we can learn, because part of growth is learning. Because if you do things blindly, you may not grow in the business. So this new year, we really want to move very fast. We want to start early and make sure that before even we come to the middle of the year, we will have made some huge steps as a team. And you know what? Josephat and myself, we are so excited, and we know that working together as a team is going to give us big results. So this is the year we want to work closely together. We want to see to it that each one of us has gotten to where they want to be. And I'm very sure on this call, there is somewhere you want to be by the end of the year. I told myself, Pierre Rose, you have to be a diamond director by the end of the year. What do you tell yourself? Kindly type down there. What do you want to be at the end of this year? Where do you want to be in your step? Even if you joined the business yesterday, obviously there is something that you want to achieve. So where do you want to be? Pierre Rose, one diamond director. Anyone else who wants to grow, who wants to accelerate their businesses, who wants to make sure that they get to the next level? Yes. Yeah. I believe all of us, we really want to move. Yes. Oh, Washuka, you want to be a diamond director. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. President, team member, I can see we have a new president for 2023, Florence Okech. Confession is possession. So once you confess, you are going to possess. Sapphire by June. Father Lucas, congratulations in advance. This is so powerful, guys. You know, you really have to talk. You have to tell yourself that this is where I want to be. You cannot just go there by mistake. You have to tell yourself that is where you want to be. Anyone else? Congratulations. Jedi, our brand new president team member for 2023. Wow, this is powerful. Wycliffe and Pamela, engineer, world team members. Wonderful. Congratulations in advance. You see, we have to know where we are going. You know, there's no way you can drive just anywhere. You have to be going at a certain place. You should have direction. So working without direction is not going to be there. I want to be a director. Sister Priska, amen. Martha Njanja, our brand new 3 Ruby director for the year 2023. Oh my God. By July, I'll be June by July. Oh, director trust, all the way from Zambia. Wow, that is fantastic. Yes, guys, it's good to confess. Confess and you possess. And I believe that is what really is going to happen to you the moment you have. And you see, once you type also, you are engaging even your your system, because you have to have it in the brain and you bring it at hand and you type. So yeah, so today we are going to focus on that because they say it is easier said than done. Many times you tell yourself so many things. I was so impressed. I came across something on social media that was talking about the way people want to lose weight or keep fit. At the beginning of the year, the first day, they are really doing press-ups. The second day, they are just like squatting. The third day, they are almost lying down. And the fourth day, they are already lying down. Meaning people start with a huge goal. But because they lack energy, they lack direction, they have not organized themselves, they lose that very fast. So we really want to work so that we can be where we want to be at the end of the year. So I'm glad to see all of you. The first thing you need to know is always plan to be a good student. And a good student will always attend trainings. These trainings are very important. Promise yourself that this year you are not missing any training. And guess what? You will never be the same again. So we are glad tonight because we invited the best of the best. You know, when I say the best of the best, I mean it because our speaker tonight is someone I have seen in action, doing the business, working so smartly, and is now eating the fruits of his labor. Because one day, one time, he decided that he wants to grow. He decided he wants to be a world team member, not just a world team member, but a 2Ruby director. I've seen some of us have commented that they want to be world team members. So we need to keenly listen and see, how can I work my business starting now? Because you can't start tomorrow. You cannot afford to start tomorrow. It has to be very immediately. So without much ado, I want to welcome our speaker of the day, a very powerful person. Once you meet this guy, you will realize he's very powerful, in fact. And I'm glad because most of us are going to meet him in Turkey come the month of May this year. So without much ado, our 2023 president team member is going to take it away. That is none other but Justus Muhumuza, all the way from Uganda. So Justus, our PT for 2023, please welcome.
Wow. I love the introduction. And thank you so much for the invite. You know, every time you're invited to speak to superstars, then you know that it means a lot. I really treasure your being invited by your mentors. It really means a lot to me. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and Happy New Year. We last spoke last year, and now we are in the new year, and I truly thank God that we've all been able to make it to this year. And I thank God for being given this opportunity again to come and share my story, share my experience about this amazing opportunity to the team superstars. My name is Muhumuza Justus. For those who may be seeing me for the very first time, I've been in New Life for some time now. I have gathered quite a wealth of experience, especially from the training sessions that we do get from the New Life sessions, from my mentors like Pierro's and Josephat Karaoke. You've been you've really done a lot to me personally. You've done a lot to my team. And I thank the fact that we work together. Every time I invite you guys to share with my team, you always show up. Thank you so much. I found people really, confessing how they want to be 3Ruby directors this year, to become Ruby directors, Sapphire directors. And that's a very good way to kickstart off the year. One thing that I was told right off from when I got started was where you are going to be in the next 2 months, 3 months, 6 months down the road, 1 year, is all dependent on how organized you are, is all dependent on how how best you really you really give it, you put in near life is really determined all by you. It's determined by the goals. In fact, one thing I always love telling distributors is that how fast you grow in this business, how much you earn in this business, how big steps you take in this business, it's all dependent on you. Completely. It's not dependent on your upline. It's not dependent on your downline. It's not dependent on the company. It's all dependent on you. Who is listening in here today, you can actually make a decision, and by June, you are actually a wealthy member. You can make a decision by end of this year, you come from distributor all the way to 3 Ruby director. And I'm saying all this with confidence because I've seen it happen. It took me exactly 1 year to come from distributor all the way to 1 Ruby director. Just 1 year. Don't ask me what I was doing for the rest of the years because I became too comfortable. In fact, that is also another disease that we need to fight in this team, becoming comfortable. Because after becoming 1 Ruby director in just 1 year, I became too comfortable and I camped there for very, very many years. Over 10 years, camping as a 1 Ruby director. Not until last year when I said, wait a minute. Josephat and Pieros, we joined almost at the same time. I'm actually slightly older than them, and they are driving much bigger machines. They are sleeping in their dream homes. They are traveling the world. Why can't I also decide and make up my mind and grow this business? And that's how I actually came from 1 Ruby to 2 Ruby last year. And this year, like my mentors have told you, this year a lot is happening. A lot is happening. Let me tell you guys who are listening to me tonight. A lot is going to happen this year. A lot is going to happen to everyone in your life as long as you have made up your mind. And I love the quote that says that there's nothing that can stop up a made up mind. Once your mind is made up, trust me, not even your uplands can stop you. They will just get out of the way and be like, you know what, your speed is too much. Let's get out of the way and allow you to do whatever you want to do. So whatever you want to do this year, it is possible, very possible, but you need to make up your mind. Now, as you start off 2023, there are things that you need to have in place. There are things that you must have in place if your life is going to change. And I've met people who have worked to find someone has worked for 1 to 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and they have nothing to show that they've been working for 10 years. Now, if you belong to a very organized team like Team Superstars, you need to be a very, very well organized person. I have never met an organized person who doesn't have goals, who doesn't have dreams, who doesn't have their dream chart. Not at all. I don't think you even deserve to be in your life if you don't have your goals and dreams clear. If you don't have your dream chart, I don't think you even deserve to be in your life. Because if there's anything that we always teach first, once you get into this business, we talk about coming up with your goals, writing down your goals. Interestingly, by the way, if you followed even the book called Getting Started, you know the book Getting Started, it comes in your literature kits. That book, before they tell you, because it takes you through all the steps that you need to take for you to become successful in your life. Now, we know the basics. There's using the products, there's recommending, there's sharing the products, and then there's attending trainings. The 3 success habits: using products, recommending products, and personal growth. Now, in the book called Getting Started, they don't give that as number 1, as your steps to succeed in your life. It doesn't come as number 1. The number one thing that comes into that is written down in getting started is number one, why have you joined New Life? What is your why? Why are you getting started? What are your personal goals? What are your business goals? What are your lifestyle goals? What are your business goals? So as you start off this year, I want to challenge you. You need to get a fresh book. If you haven't done, because what I've been doing throughout the whole of December with my distributors, we've been doing a number of one-on-ones. We've been doing a number of video calls on WhatsApp to those that I'm unable to meet physically. And the things that we've been doing, I've advised them to buy a fresh book and write down some of these things. Number one, what are the 3 material things that you want to achieve out of Neo Life? In the past, I've talked to you and I've told you that usually when a distributor gets started in my business, the number one assignment that I like to give them, I give them the assignment of them writing down the 101 goals and dreams that they want to achieve in their business, that they want to achieve through New Life. And also love telling people that New Life is not just about selling supplements. New Life is not just about talking about the products and selling products. No. New Life is a vehicle to take you from where you are right now to where you want to be, to a life that is full of your desired dreams and goals and everything, happiness, good health, achieve your dreams, driving those big dream cars, traveling the world. That is what New Life is all about. New Life is there to give you an opportunity to come from where you are today to where you would love to be in future. So you need to write down those goals and dreams. And then every single year in December, you need to get that list whereby you take off. I bought a car, I bought land, I was able to travel, I was able to get out of debt, I was able to buy land, I was able to do this. Every single year, you need to come up and say, on my goal card, now this is what I want to take off. On my dream chart, this is what I want to take off. So, off your dream chart, what are the 3 things that you'd want to take off? How much do they cost? How much do they cost? And then after looking at how much do they cost, look at, if, for example, if it's maybe like 10,000 Kenyan shillings, look at what step must I take in New Life for me to be able to achieve, to earn that kind of money so that I can be able to achieve these things. We talk about your goals and dreams being very, very smart. S standing for specific, M stands for measurable, A stands for achievable or attainable, R stands for realistic, and then T stands for time bound. So you need to be very, very, very clear. And you see in goal achieving or in planning, there are majorly 3 things that we need to have in our mind. Number one is we need to have a plan. And then we need to have a strategy. And then we need to action. So as you're writing down these things that you want to achieve this year, as you're writing down your goals, as you're writing down your dreams, as you're writing down you need to have all these things clear. Now, what is going to determine how much you're going to earn? It comes back to your goals. It comes back to your dreams. Like I told you, when I got started in this business, why did I become a 1 Ruby director within a space of 1 year? It is simply because the goals and dreams that were behind me, that were chasing me, they could not let me rest. In fact, when people saw me becoming a 1 Ruby director in 1 year, they were like, wait a minute. How did you just make it? I did not know how I had made it. I didn't have the level of personal growth. When I got started in my very first month, I sponsored a team of 19 people. 19 people. I became director in 5 months. In 7 months, I became director in 7 months. But in my 6th month of becoming a director, I had mobilized the 127 people in my village. I had invited my upline director to come and speak to them. My upline director did not come. So when he didn't come, I was forced to present for the first time. And when I stood in front of people to draw the food pyramid, the proteins comes below the fat and sugars. I put the proteins up and then the fat and sugars down. And then one of the distributors put up their hand and said, "Excuse me, I think you have made a mistake. It's proteins first, then fat and sugars come last." And then I said, "Wait a minute. I think I needed to make sure that you people are very attentive." But the truth of the matter is I did not know how to explain the food pyramid, and I was becoming a director. Why was I becoming a director? Even without knowing how to present, even without knowing how to explain the food pyramid, it is because the why was very clear than any other excuses. Oftentimes I meet distributors, they're telling me that business is hard, I can't see customers, I can't see people. All that is nonsense. When the why is very clear, you will bring people. To people who are listening to me today, I can tell you we can celebrate some of you from distributor to 3 Ruby director. We can do that. It's very possible. But it is only possible if the why is very what? Is very clear. I mean, just fat and peros are always bringing in 10 people monthly, 10 people monthly, 15 people monthly. Do you know why they are able to do that? You think they are not in the same economy? You think they are not meeting the same people? We are meeting the same people, same marketing plan, same products, same company, same everything. But why are they able to bring in an average of 10 people per month? It is because the reasons as to why they must bring in those people are very, very clear. So ladies and gentlemen, you need to write down these things. Number 1, how much do you want Neolife to pay you? How much? Be very, very, how much? And when you're saying how much, I am a believer, and I do believe that the Bible says that ask and it shall be given. So God has presented you. Neolife presents a blank check every single month with your name. And they say, just write your name and how much you want to be paid. When we went to Zimbabwe in May, I went with my mother, and when my mother when we got there, she saw very many other old people, and she said, "I want to retire in this business. I want to start my own business." So we came back. I sponsored her in the business, and in 3 months she became director. And people are like, "How did she become director? She doesn't know how to talk. She doesn't know how to talk about the products. For all, she's been my partner. She never used the products. She never did anything. But she became director in only 3 months. Why? Just excitement. Just excitement. So how much do you want Neolife to pay you? Just write the figure. And please, when you're answering these things and writing these things down, put away all your negativity, put away money. Some of us, because we have loans, because we have debts, because we have these things, we bring those problems when we are writing down our goals. No. In fact, if you have those challenges, the more reason as to why you must give Neolife your best this year. So how much do you want to earn? Number 2, what step do you want to make this year? If you are listening to me, if you write any step below world team, then you have a problem that we need to work on. So write down that step. How much do you want? And then write down what step do you want. Are you tired of us traveling? Last year we were we were in Zimbabwe. Now this year we are going to Turkey. And then next year we're even going to a much better destination. Aren't you tired of being left behind? Make a decision and say, yes, you might be leaving me for Turkey, but you are not leaving me again. So write it down. What step do you want to make? Anything, bare minimum for everyone that is listening to me is SAFA director. You can talk about 1 ruby, 2 ruby, 3 ruby, but we need to make sure that we become world members and above. And you know, so what really beats me sometimes, you find when it comes to, you know, writing down these steps, you find someone has a team of 10 people, hungry distributors, ready to succeed. And he's saying that me this year, I want to become a director. Then how about your 10 distributors? You yourself, because I was helping someone set goals, and then I asked them, so what step do you want to make this year? And the lady told me, I want to become a director this year. I'm like, wait a minute. Do you believe you can become a director this year? I said, obviously, I know I can become director this year. So I'm like, why do you believe you can become director? Because I know I can become one. And I'm like, wait a minute, but you have 10 people on your team. Do you think they can become directors? And the person said yes, because we're actually planning with them. And these people, 10 people, are also working to become directors, but their upline is saying, me, I want to. But you have 10 people on your team. You have 1, 2, 3 distributors on your team who also want to become directors. Then why should you say you want to become a director? Yet you have people on your team who want to become directors. So when we are setting goals, we need to be very, very mindful. We need to put our negative feelings aside and we focus positively. In fact, sometimes you even need to seek counsel from your uplines. So bare minimum is SAFA director. 1 ruby, 2 ruby, 3 ruby is what we should be planning for. But it all starts now. So how much? We've talked about the step you want to make and how much. And then how many people do you want to develop to director this year? That is very key. How many people do you want to develop? How many executive managers do you want to develop? How many managers do you want to develop? How many senior managers do you want to develop this year? Write all these things down and write them everywhere. I like it when Charlie Burton quit his job of being a company executive. He says he got a marker. He got markers together with a wife, and they were writing everywhere, I am financially free, in the bathroom, on the mirrors, on the walls, on the ceiling, everywhere. He was writing, I am financially free. I am financially free. I am a 5-diamond director. Write everything down. Let everyone see you as a director. I don't like distributors who set goals, who write down their goals, and they keep them for themselves so that in case they don't achieve, no one is going to ask them that you told us you're going to become director. Please, when you say, I want to become a SAFA director, I want to become a Ruby director, let the whole world know. When you enter into that warehouse, let everyone say, have you seen a director? She said she was going to become a director. I like it when my mentors call me a presidency member, because sometimes you get a little bit of doubts, but when they call me presidency member, I'll be like, okay, I'm getting there. If they can see that in me, then it's coming. So let everyone know that you are becoming a Ruby director. Write it down everywhere. Yeah. Write it where you can see at least a minimum of 3 times every single day. And then, ladies and gentlemen, like I told you, you need to have a plan. You need to have a strategy. Now, what is your strategy? The strategy I am selling to my team, and I've even put incentives. I know I'm just giving it as an example, but the strategy that I've put in my team, every single month, 250 points, 3 people. I've even put incentives for my distributors, every single person on my team. That is what I am singing. Every distributor on my team is singing that. 3 people monthly and 250 points. 350, 250 points. 350, 250 points. Everyone is mad about it. Everyone is singing. And I'm telling you, we are getting there. So what is your strategy? What is your strategy? And then action. 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 Man, we are not going to write down these goals, these dreams. We want to buy cars. We want to travel to the next destination. We want to buy land. We want to do this. And then you simply sit down and things come to pass. No. Even God himself cannot move a packed car. God cannot do that. He wants you to ignite the key, to put in a little bit of some energy, and then he blesses the works of your hands. So we need to act. We need to act. Action. We must act. We must act on those goals and dreams. We must give it our very best. We must push it. And of course, it's not going to be easy. We are going to get some challenges. But man, if you cannot give up on your dreams, giving up is only for the weak. You must give it your very, very best. Ladies and gentlemen, I am a man of few words. If I don't stop talking, then I'm not going to stop talking. Thank you so much for inviting me, my mentors. Thank you for the opportunity. I hope this team here, I know we are meeting already in Turkey, but I know that I know that in the next destination, there are distributors here, managers and senior managers, that we are going to meet in the next destinations as world team members, as Ruby directors, as 3 Ruby directors. Thank you so much, and have a blessed evening.
Wow. Thank you so much, Justus. That is very timely, and thank you for firing up the Superstars team. You know, we are humbled that you can manage to have time for these great leaders here. And so that even as you climb to becoming a brand new president team member in 2023, at least you will not be going alone. There are people here who will climb with you because they listened to you. Of course, one thing we know is that there is power in what you hear and believe. And I want to request us, Superstars team, to take what Justus has shared with us and we make it part of us, we internalize, we act on it until it gives birth to the result that we want. And it is so possible. But you know what? I have seen in every meeting, 2 people listen to the same teachings. One does what they've been asked to do. The other one just sleeps on the job. 1 year down the line, one of them is way ahead of the other, all because of taking action. So thank you so much, Justus, and God bless you so much. We wish you the very best this year. And to the Superstars team, I want to take the remaining few minutes to share a few things, including announcements. You know, this is the year, as Piero was saying, this is the year to make terrific steps. And you know, it has been said time and again that the step you want to make, you commit to it right now. As we talk of going to Turkey, you know what? There are some people here who are even blocking the dates for Turkey, 8th to 11th of May this year. Oh, sorry, now this year. I mean, while others are not bothered, there are some people who are very keen on that. So those who want to take their Ruby steps, Sapphire steps, this is the time to commit to it. So I will take a few minutes. For recognition, we'll be able to do it tomorrow, a very elaborate recognition. But there are a few things that I want to mention as we wind up our kickoff session, so that we don't leave anyone behind. Now, we are not taking this year as like any other year. We are deliberately saying that this is the year to make steps and to go to the top. And my question is, will you be part of the team that is going to record excellent results by the end of the year? Mark the word excellence. That means not just doing the business for the sake of doing. One major difference between optimal achievers or peak achievers and those who don't achieve much is that those who achieve a lot put in massive everything, massive prospecting, massive sponsoring, massive training, massive everything. They work for excellence, not for mediocrity. And I'm requesting that we all recommit that this is a new beginning. We are not going to look at what we were not able to achieve in 2022. You cannot go back and change anything, but you can make this a brand new start, a fresh start of the future that you want, not what others would wish that you get, but the future that you want. And as Justus has mentioned, I like it that Neolife gives you a blank check. You write the amount that you want. So as we work for excellence, I want you to make sure that, because Superstars team, we believe in shining the brightest. So for you to shine, the very first thing I want you to do is sponsor massively. You cannot shine in this business by just doing it alone. You have to do it with a team. The deepest secret that we've engaged with the PROs over the years is sponsoring massively, because it becomes easier to grow your business. You don't have to do too much as long as you are working with a team. So to shine, the letter S is you sponsor massively. And let me illustrate this, that some years back, before we started becoming gurus in sponsoring, we would be so excited to have sponsored 1 or 2 in a month. But then we realized we can sponsor even 20, and we took it up to 24 in 1 month some time back. So the same you who is not sponsoring or sponsoring only 1 or 2, you can do it massively this year and you'll get the best results ever. People will ask you for advice on how you do it. And then Pieros talked about training. So for you to shine, you must first work on yourself. You know, Jim Rohn talks of working on yourself more or harder than you work on the job. So highest discipline in training. Let it be your mantra that I will uphold the highest discipline when it comes to training. Take a book, extract all the trainings that you qualify for, and never miss at whatever the cost. And then you invest enough time. You cannot shine in this business by just doing it within the few minutes that you find in a day. You have to be intentional and deliberate. You invest massive time. If you do it part-time, you'll get part-time results. We used to say this, that yes, we are saying it's a part-time business, but then do it all the time, because there's no specific time that you should do it. No one can ask you for doing a part-time thing at 8 p.m. Right now it's going to 9 p.m. and we are doing it because it's not a formal employment. It's not a formal thing. But then you must invest enough time. I must tell you, this is, you invest and you expect a proportionate result, whether immediately or later. So ask yourself, how much time were you giving your business in 2022? Double that, multiply that by 3, 4 times, 5 times, and you'll see a multiplication in your results. And then you commit that I will never give up. You see the way we've started the year? It's so sad that people start together and on the way, some start backsliding. What does it help anyone to go halfway? I mean, two people start the journey. One goes full throttle all the way to the end. The other one goes halfway and goes back. Did you know that both covers the same distance, but one is not paid anything? You go halfway, so you've covered 50% of the journey, and then you go back to your starting point. That's another 50% of the journey, making it 100%, but you are at zero position where you started. Why not do 50% to meet the journey and the other 50% to the end of the journey? Same distance, one gets paid, the other one gets nothing. And finally, you embrace an exceptional winning attitude. That's shine. Exceptional winning attitude, where you committed, it doesn't matter what I face on the way. It doesn't matter the challenges. I'm going to do it until I win. I mean, when people tell you you cannot just cut off the tea and it rinse, you can. When they tell you you cannot go far, go that far that you can never hear them anymore. I'm so impressed by our international distributors like Welos Bula, our brand new senior manager today, importing products from a different country, going through challenges, beating all the odds, and he's now a senior manager in Malawi. Hey, if you don't chat down there, congratulations, Mr. Bula, then that is called jealousy. I mean, surely that is a sign of what can happen if you are so decided and committed that you are not going to let anything hold you back. Once Trust has signed up completely, I'll give him a minute to say hi to us and tell you what he has had to go through for him to really be a complete member in Zambia, where we don't have a Neolife registered. Did you know, by the way, some of the reasons that we bring on board for not performing are so fake, with all due respect, are so fake that we need to paralyze them all. The same reason why you feel that you can't do it is the same reason why you must do it. If you don't have time, then you do it until you have time freedom. You don't have money to buy products, then you do it until you are financially free. People are so negative out there, then you do it until you prove them wrong. And guys, this is the year. This is the year to do exploits. This is the year to show people what you are made of. This is the year to prove yourself. That greatness in you, this is the year to bring it out. I don't want to continue beyond that, but I can feel from within my spirit that in this call, we are getting new directors in the next few months. We are getting software directors in few months. We are going to celebrate Ruby directors in South Africa, because when you become a Ruby director, we take you to South Africa for orientation. We are going to get new president team members from this call. Forget about those who are not in the call. Forget about those who don't bother about training. It's personal. Let's do it, guys. Let's start early. December, we are winding it up. If you still have some PVs to do tomorrow morning, if you have done 100 points, you can. But more importantly, let's start January so strong with all the energy, enthusiasm, motivation, and momentum that we are unstoppable. May God bless all your efforts as we go for it. A few announcements. For those who are in Nairobi, We have meetings in Nairobi every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 12:45, except few days like when we have a KICC event like 14. So tomorrow and the other Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays, please make sure you invite massively to our premises. That is the Market Mansion, 3rd floor, room 306. And every Saturday at 10 a.m., not 11 now, 10 a.m. we'll be having members training at the same place. So take advantage of these meetings. You see, if you don't take advantage of these meetings, then it means you'll have to do your own independent meetings. But before you become so, good in doing it alone, you connect, you literally log in, you plug into these kind of meetings. Even if you're not in Nairobi, invite massively and grow your business in Nairobi. Then be on the lookout for the meetings up country, which we'll be sharing. We have a whole schedule of all the meetings in the year, and we'll be WhatsApping as we move on. As I've mentioned, 14th of January, we are at KICC with the great speakers like Rico Brown from 10 a.m. all the way to 2 p.m. I suggest that for this meeting, all of us distributors be there. For distributors, you pay 100 bob. For guests, it's free of charge. But then prioritize in re-inviting guests that you had invited earlier. They have listened to the presentation, even more than the very brand new guests, because the very new ones may not quite connect in such big events. Now, for that 14th, so that we are ready, we'll be having some attire, So the dress code for ladies, we have red dress and black shoes. Got that? Of course, we'll be sending it through WhatsApp again. And then for men, we have red tie with a white shirt. Of course, a black suit is always the best. The reason is, it's a good opportunity to build our business. People want to join people who look, executive. That's the one, executive. And even the photos that you will take, you don't want to be taking a photo with a jumper that shows like you need an opportunity. Instead, it should be that you have an opportunity that the world can get from you. So let's be there, all of us, and we start the year with energy with Rico Brown. Now, finally, have you registered for our Superstars, International Superstars Team Convention for 11th March 2023? If you have not, please find it in your heart very wise not to go to bed before you have registered. It's only 1,500, and that gives you a gift hamper and many other things. But the value that you get from this convention cannot be compared with the literal 1,500 shillings that you are registering. It's really nothing. Ask people like Justus and other great speakers in this call, and they will tell you that their businesses changed in these big events. If you are serious, a serious business builder, please, this one is not even something to think about. And not only you, but even the people that will be joining your team. Make it mandatory for every serious distributor in your team to register for this convention. Jokers must not, but any serious distributor in your team, let them register immediately. As you can see there, we have great speakers like Rico Brown, Andrew Johnson, Kedra, the CEO of Neolife, Cesar Galanza, who talked to us the other day, and you don't want to miss out on this. So I want to stop at this and wish us the very best this month and this year. May you explode with success. May God enlarge you and expand you as per your effort and commitment. God bless you so much all. Have a lovely night and the best of this month. Bye-bye and God bless.